What is going on, players? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today we're taking on Fehrvar in the Champions League third qualifying round. If we win this, we take on Olympiacos, which could be a step too far, but I'm glad we've made it this far in the Champions League. I didn't expect it, so this is just fantastic. We'll also be taking on Sparta Prague in the second part of this episode in the league, so hopefully we can beat Sparta Prague. Because last year when we played them at the start of the season, they destroyed us. We don't want that to happen again. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Right, so as I said, we're taking on Fehrvar in this first part of this episode. We beat them 3-1 in the first game. We've been pretty decent since you were here last. We beat Banakostrava 3-1. Then we beat Fehrvar 3-1. So things are going pretty well. Vitek, pretty decent at the old goal scoring. Then again, I'm pretty sure, isn't he 6'4"? Pretty sure I said that. And then we just beat Victoria Pulzen 3-0. Panak, Memberberry, and Thomas Vidra all getting on the score sheet. Unfortunately, Memberberry has left us. He's gone to Lille for 7.25 million. There's some... there was something, it was like 5 million and then potentially going up, but we've not done any transfers worth talking about. There's a couple of players that have come in, don't really care about them. We've one of our... Were you here for Becca? I think you weren't here, but Becca's gone out on loan. It's just one of our goalkeepers. Memberberry almost left for, I want to say 4 million. And I told them that they could get more money for him, which they went off and managed to get 7.25 million. Slavia Prague did take a substantial sum of that. Can I show you how much they took from it? No, I can't show you how much they took. It was a lot. We had to pay them a solidarity payment, and we had to pay his first club. We had to pay these guys a couple of grand. It was a little bit annoying. But as I said, if we beat Fehrvar in this match into the next round, we take on Olympiacos, which could be a slightly difficult game to play. Oh, I haven't picked my team yet. Oh yeah, because we had tired players. So Tapia is going to be starting in goal. Pavel Schmid has been playing in the last game. So I'm not going to say he's playing. He played. We're going to start Shirley Barnes at left back. Vitek is going to sit at centre back with Salimi, who is still not the best ball playing defender in the world, so we're not going to play him there. At the Mazzella, we're going to play Zach because he has been in fantastic form. Kral is going to play as our box to box. Serrano, who has had a lot of interest in him. The director of football rejected an offer from Victoria Pulzen, where they were going to give us their... we're going to put Borek. We're going to give Borek a chance. He hasn't played this year for us yet, but he's only just into the team. They were going to give us their attacking midfielder for Serrano. Their attacking midfielder valued a lot higher than Serrano is. So I was like getting all excited, thinking I was getting like a fantastic attacking player to take his place. Turns out the director of football didn't like the idea of it. It was just a straight swap. Serrano is valued at up to 1.7 million. The player from Victoria Pulzen that they were willing to give us for free, like just part exchange, was starting at like 4 million. So I was like, hell yeah. They were like, we'll do it. Like, they offered it to us. And then the director of football was like, nah, you're grand. So instead we're going to keep Serrano, who's valued at up to 2 million now. So like, there's not a massive difference between them. But still, it would be nice for us to have a guy who's like 4 years younger. What age is Serrano? Serrano's like 27? 28. Yeah, it's like Serrano's 28. The guy they were offering us was like 23, 24. A nice bit of an age difference there, you know. Serrano, did it not take a deflection off one of our players, or was it one of the Fehrvar defenders? Speak of the devil, Serrano does get on the score sheet for us. Pederzak whips it, well, no, finds Gonzalez, gets it across Serrano. Chaldek should be a little disappointed that he didn't just get a tiny touch, but then he could have been offside, and then we wouldn't be 4-1 up. One thing I will say is Palco Darde, or Paldarde. Is that not Palco? Is the name not Palco? Yeah, that's Palco. Palco, he was really quite good against us in the first leg. He was just really unlucky that the rest of his team wasn't playing great. They're playing Paredes from the start for this one. It's probably a good idea. Their goalkeeper was an absolute train wreck in the first leg. He palmed one of the shots into the back of the net. They also missed a penalty in the 5th minute, I think it was. It was very early on. I know we scored a penalty in the 11th, but I think they missed a penalty I'm pretty sure it was the 5th minute. So fairly early on. We've dominated everything in this game, bar possession. I'm not overly fussed about possession when we're winning. Milan Muller isn't having an amazing game. Schmid is sitting on the bench. We're not going to make any changes just yet. We're going to give the lads just a bit of praise. You know, we're not trying too hard. We're fairly comfortable. He says, as for our score. It was their centre back. Put the ball in the back net. His first of the season. You know, standard. We're probably going to have to take Muller off. But we'll see what Serrano can do with his free kick. Just puts it over. Serrano's been scoring decent amount of free kicks this year. Well, not this year, but like just in general. Just been scoring lots of free kicks. It's quite nice to have okay, Muller's coming off. He is playing so poorly. 6.2. We've not seen him make any mistakes, but he's also just not really been at the races. Do we take Chaldek off? Answer before has been absolutely trash this year. So, I should have probably put Vidra on the bench. But like, I think Mokoko is a handy player to have on the bench because he can play left and right wing. To be fair, if I was Mokoko, I'd probably be a little disappointed that I didn't get to start in this game because Borek has been out on loan, and I'm just like, yeah, pop him back in. He only just came into the first team like 2 days ago as well. Chaldek, Sonka. What was the? No, it was Shoka. Which one of them made the mistake? With the questionable pass back to the goalkeeper. Oh no, Valentin. Keeper was never getting there. Chaldek just sticks a foot out, puts it past the I'm going to assume Brazilian goalkeeper. Yeah, with that name, he's definitely Brazilian. And we're doing pretty decently well. I think Milan Muller might actually get an opportunity to play. We say quietly because we don't want to scare everyone. Could actually play as a central midfielder this year. He might actually get an opportunity to play where he was intended on being played from day one. We're going to take Pederzak off because he is tired. We're also going to take off Carlos Gonzalez. We're going to bring on Mokoko and Tischler. As I said, Mokoko, very handy player to have. Can play both sides. We don't have to worry too much about who we take off because we could just sort of slot him over. To be fair, we could put Sipek on the bench. He has the experience, but Mokoko is young and is more the kind of player I want to be giving game time to. I'm not really in the business of giving players game time when they're almost 100 years old. Our players Mokoko and Schmid didn't have the best of link-up play there, and I think Julio was onside. I thought he was off. I would have said from where he was standing, he was offside. but we'll see. I'll give it to him. You know what? You can have it, lads. Congratulations. You've gotten 3 goals over 2 games, and you still didn't have enough about you to beat us. Celtic have just some fantastic players in their team. We're going to say fantastic. You've handled the 2-legged tie fantastically. Mila Muller, maybe not so much, but we are going to be back in just a second to take on Sparta Prague. And I'll show you the league table as well, because I haven't done that yet. Right, fellas, so we are back now to take on Sparta Prague, and as you can see, we are the top 2 in the league. We have only conceded the 1 goal so far against Banak Ostrava, so I would expect us to continue that form. Right now, I would take a draw. I would like us to win, but I would take a draw. So I think we made a few changes from the last game. Makoko comes in to play on the wing. Borek is going to drop to the bench. Carlsberg, I don't think I told you, Carlsberg's actually picked up an injury. That's why he isn't playing. And with Memberberry gone, we don't really have a left winger anymore. So that's not ideal. Yeah, that is the only change we've made. This Sparta Prague side have lost a couple of their top players, I guess, during the summer, but they've also brought in some pretty good players. Like Gelson Martins has joined them. Hugo Redfern was playing for Bohemians before, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Bohemians he was with. They went in for him. I think Slavia Prague tried to sign him. Obviously, as you can tell, he chose to go to Sparta Prague, and hopefully he's not going to be a very important player. He's quite a good player, as is, I suppose you could say, the majority of the Sparta Prague side. They're playing very, well, not very, but a somewhat aggressive front 4 by the looks of it. But we've played our way out of trouble. Makoko doing his absolute best to keep hold of possession. Gets it back to Barnes. Makoko sends it across. Chaldek with his 8th of the season. Vitek is also playing against his former club, so hopefully he can get involved some way, shape or form. Beautiful pass by Barnes around the corner. Makoko gets the crossover. Chaldek just bish bash bosh back of the net. Holech has actually just ever so recently acquired interest from University. Okay, it's gone now. But he had interest from a Romanian club, I want to say. I think it was Romania. He has, after how poorly he played towards the end of last season, he has very much fallen out of favour with us. He is definitely not number 1 choice anymore. Tapia is progressing exceptionally well in training, so he is my number 1 goalkeeper. And that was interesting. We won a throw. That's how the highlight started. Hopefully we can keep this going. Oh, Peter Zach. Beautiful little bit of control. Chests it onto his foot. Unfortunately, the shot was absolutely terrible. But nonetheless, we've had a good opportunity. Sparta Prague have had 2 shots. We've had 8. We've had 4 on target. They've had 3 shots now. We're going to tell the lads, I know you're capable of even better. We're going to chuck a bit of faith at everybody in the hopes that it can get some of them to play better. Charlie Barnes and Gonzalez not having the best of games. We do have Yaralim and Vidra on the bench, so they wouldn't want to be playing poorly for too long, because I have options on the bench. Kral, interesting pass, finds Makoko, and Chaldek, a keeper gets a touch to it. Makoko puts it back across, and Chaldek, he wasn't going to miss the second time. Chaldek puts it away. Makoko is having an exceptional game. When Carlsberg comes back, is he going to be straight into the first team again? With the way Makoko is playing, I'm not sure. I do have an affinity for Carlsberg. I think he is exceptional. To be fair, I did have him for 9 seasons, I think it was, when I was managing Drug in FM21. So I do have a soft spot for him. But at the same time, if Makoko keeps playing like this, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't keep playing him. DeVit never looked like scoring from there, to be fair. And Sparta Prague start the next highlight. Oh, Vitek, you have to go for the ball there. Tapia just about touches it over. I think Tapia is a very interesting signing, because I didn't think he was going to be that good. I don't think we'd even scouted him before he arrived. Like 110,000, and the dude is now worth up to 5 million potentially. We could potentially get 5 million from him. That's a pretty good deal, I would say. I think with Vidra we've agreed to play him as a winger on attack. So I'm just going to play him in the position he wants to play in. What's the worst that could happen? He played in the last game he played. We put him as a winger. Absolute worldly of a cross. Remember Barry got in the end of it. Do you remember Barry? Oh, I remember. Barry. I'm interested to see how Member Barry gets on at Lille, because I think he's a very, very good player. But for some reason, he has never gotten an opportunity to play for Ghana, which I find very interesting, because Ansa before is constantly getting called up and playing for them. Yet for some reason, Member Barry can't get anywhere near their team. So we're going to take Petr Zakov for the final 5 or so minutes. Let Tischler have himself a little bit of a jog. It's not going to have to do a huge amount. Salimi almost finds back net. Sipos with quite a spectacular save. But nothing is going to come of it. It's going to end 2-0. So, I think they probably would have taken the draw at the start of the game, knowing what they know now. We continue our unbeaten run. Roll on, Olympiacos. We fear no man. So yeah, Olympiacos will be the next part of this episode, or next episode. It'll be the next thing you see. Mokoko is 1 appearance away from getting a pay increase. Chaldek with a spectacular brace. And our assistant manager is talking about how great Chaldek was, because Chaldek was fantastic. We win this game, we are into the Champions League proper, which would be fantastic. Next episode we're going to play Olympiacos and Teplice. Yeah, because there's no point in coming back for Listen, because Listen should be in fairly comfortable victory. So Olympiacos and Teplice in the next episode. We might actually have Carlsberg back for that, but if Makoko plays as well as he did today, he will be in the team forever. So we're comfortably clear at the top of the league. Slavia Prague and Teplice are the only 2 still unbeaten teams with ourselves. We've already ended Sparta Prague's unbeaten season, and we'll do it again. Who else did we? And we've ended Victoria Pulsens. We are the dominant force of Czech football now. So let's see how we can make it to the Champions League group stages. It would be fantastic if we can. So if you did enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. And I will talk to you in the next one.